Artificial intelligence is transforming workplaces worldwide in 2024. Major companies like OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft are racing to develop advanced AI systems that can perform complex tasks previously done only by humans. This trend is sparking intense debates about job security, economic inequality, and the future of work itself. Economists and business leaders disagree sharply about whether AI will create or destroy employment opportunities. In October 2024, a major study from the World Economic Forum reported that artificial intelligence could displace 92 million jobs by 2025, while simultaneously creating 69 million new positions. The net result depends heavily on how quickly workers can retrain and adapt to new roles. This creates what economists call technological unemployment in the short term. Let's learn the phrase to displace. When something displaces something else, it forces it to move or removes it from its original position or job. Examples: the AI software displaced many data entry workers. Rising sea levels displace coastal populations. New technology often displaces traditional industries. Notice how displace is often used in news contexts to describe negative impacts. Major technology companies in Silicon Valley and China are investing billions into AI development. OpenAI released ChatGPT-4 Turbo, which can now perform tasks in law, accounting, and software engineering with increasing sophistication. Meanwhile, companies like Amazon and Meta are laying off tens of thousands of employees while simultaneously hiring AI specialists. This contradictory trend confuses many observers. The term paradoxical describes a situation that contains contradictory or conflicting elements. It comes from Greek and means beyond belief or contrary to expectation. Examples: it's paradoxical that companies cut jobs while increasing profits. The paradoxical nature of AI means it both helps and hurts workers. Social media creates a paradoxical effect. It connects us yet isolates us. Using this word makes your English sound more sophisticated and analytical. In response to AI concerns, several governments are implementing new regulations. The European Union's AI Act, passed in 2024, requires companies to conduct impact assessments on high-risk AI systems before deployment. The United States has taken a lighter regulatory approach, preferring industry self-regulation. This difference reflects broader tensions between Europe's precautionary philosophy and America's innovation-first mentality. The phrase "to implement" means to put a plan, decision, or system into action or effect. Examples: the government implemented strict new AI regulations. Companies must implement safety measures. Schools are implementing new teaching technologies. The policy was implemented gradually over 6 months. Notice that implement is commonly used in formal business and policy discussions. Workers and labor unions worldwide are demanding stronger protections. In South Korea, tech workers' unions staged strikes in 2024 demanding job guarantees. In Germany, workers negotiated AI agreements that require companies to consult employees before implementing automation. These labor movements represent organized resistance to uncontrolled AI deployment without worker input. The phrase "to stage a strike" means to organize and conduct a work stoppage to protest working conditions or demand changes. Examples: workers staged a strike demanding better wages. Teachers staged a one-day strike over pension cuts. The union staged a symbolic strike to show solidarity. Historically, miners staged strikes to protest dangerous conditions. Stage here means organize or conduct, making it a key workplace vocabulary word. Despite fears, some economists argue AI will create unprecedented opportunities. History shows that previous technological revolutions, the steam engine, electricity, computers, eventually created more jobs than they destroyed. However, the transition period was painful for displaced workers. Economists like Erik Brynjolfsson warn that this time might be different because AI can potentially outperform humans across nearly all cognitive tasks, not just routine ones. The phrase "to outperform" means to perform better than someone or something else. It's commonly used in competitive contexts. Examples: AI outperforms humans at chess. This software outperforms older versions significantly. Students who study outperform those who don't. The new model outperforms competitors in speed and accuracy. This word is essential in business, sports, and academic English discussions. Education systems are adapting to prepare workers for an AI-dominated future. Universities are adding AI literacy and prompt engineering courses. Meanwhile, governments are investing in reskilling programs. Singapore launched a $170 million AI training initiative in 2024. The UK's retraining programs focus on healthcare, green energy, and creative industries, sectors that machines cannot easily replace. The noun reskilling refers to the process of learning new skills to adapt to changing work requirements. Related terms include upskilling, improving existing skills, and skill gap, the difference between required and available skills. Examples: reskilling programs help workers transition to new careers. Companies invest in reskilling to keep employees relevant. Reskilling takes time and resources, but is essential. These terms appear constantly in employment and education news. In developing nations, AI adoption raises different concerns. While companies in India and the Philippines provide AI-powered business process outsourcing, local workers worry about job losses. Kenya, Nigeria, and other African countries see AI as both a threat to traditional employment and an opportunity to leapfrog older technologies. The World Bank warns that developing economies face greater disruption risks because they have fewer social safety nets to support displaced workers. The phrase "to face a threat" or "to face risks" means to be in a situation where danger or difficulty is possible. Examples: developing nations face greater economic disruption. Workers face uncertainty about their future employment. Companies face pressure to implement ethical AI. Healthcare systems face challenges from aging populations. Face in this context means confront or encounter, making it a crucial word for news and current events vocabulary. Environmental applications of AI present another angle to this story. AI systems optimize energy consumption, predict weather patterns, and design more efficient renewable technologies. However, training large AI models consumes enormous amounts of electricity. OpenAI estimates that training GPT-4 consumed approximately 1,287 megawatt-hours of electricity. This environmental cost sometimes contradicts the environmental benefits AI promises. The phrase "to consume" means to use or take in resources, energy, or materials. In business and environmental contexts, it refers to the use of resources. Examples: AI systems consume massive amounts of electricity. The factory consumes raw materials daily. Humans consume roughly 50 billion tons of resources yearly. This process consumes significant computing power. It's a precise word that appears frequently in economic and environmental reporting. Looking forward, experts predict that successful adaptation requires coordinated action from governments, businesses, educators, and workers themselves. The consensus emerging from international forums like the World Economic Forum and UN is that AI development must be inclusive, meaning it should benefit broadly, rather than concentrating wealth among tech companies and nations. Without deliberate policy choices, AI threatens to increase inequality significantly. The adjective inclusive means including or involving all people, groups, or perspectives rather than excluding some. It's the opposite of exclusive. Examples: inclusive AI development benefits everyone. Inclusive policies ensure all workers have opportunities. Inclusive education serves students of all abilities. An inclusive workplace welcomes diverse employees. This word is essential in modern discussions about equality, fairness, and social policy. In conclusion, the AI revolution at work is one of the most important stories of 2024. Understanding this topic requires learning vocabulary like displace, implement, stage a strike, outperform, reskill, face risks, consume, and inclusive. These words appear constantly in news reports, business discussions, and policy debates worldwide. Takeaway: following global news stories improves your English while keeping you informed about critical issues affecting billions of people. The AI workplace transformation will define the coming decade. By learning English through real news, you develop practical vocabulary that professionals, journalists, and educated speakers use daily. Keep reading quality news sources, and your English will naturally improve alongside your global awareness.